Hello Year 9. This is our last bit of new work for this topic, which is volume of cylinders. So there's one new formula here for you. The volume of a cylinder looks like this here. A volume of a cylinder can be found with the formula V for volume equals pi r squared h. Pi r squared, as you hopefully remember, is the area of a circle. And all you're doing is timesing that by the height to find the volume of that cylinder. Okay, so we've also before looked at these capacity conversions, which may come up again. So remember, a centimetre cubed is the same as a milliliter, and a metre cubed is the same as a kiloliter. They're the easiest ones to use. Okay, so straight into the examples. Number 1. Find the volume of the following cylinders correct to one decimal place. So first of all, write the formula down. The formula for the volume of a cylinder is pi r squared h. Now remember, with anything that involves a circle, if my formula has a radius in it, r for radius, make sure that the measurement that you are given is a radius. 5.4, is that a radius? No, it's a diameter. The radius would actually be half of that. So let's, on our calculator, type in the 5.4. If I divide that by 2, it means the radius is actually 2.7. So just be careful of that before you start subbing things into your formula. Okay, now we are ready to substitute in. So we have a pi times by the radius, which is 2.7 squared, times by the height of the cylinder, which is the 3. Okay, so formula, substitution, and the third line is your answer from the calculator. So to get that pi symbol, remember we press shift and the pi button down the bottom there, times by 2.7 with the squared times 3 equals. Now the question said one decimal place, so that will be 68.7. The units will be meters cubed. Okay, question 2, we want to find the volume of this cylinder. So it's the same formula. Volume of a cylinder is pi r squared h. Is this 3 a radius this time? Yes, it is. So 3 is the radius, 4 is the height, and I substitute them straight into my formula. So pi times by radius is 3, so 3 squared, times by the height, which is 4, into the calculator. So shift to get the pi button, times by 3 squared, times by 4, is 113 point, now that 9 will round up, so it'll be 0.1, 113.1 meters cubed. Okay, so that's it. That is how you find the volume of a cylinder. The next page, there is a couple of questions that I just want to go one little step further. We not only want to find the volume, but we need to find it as a capacity. So we're going to convert them into capacity in litres to the nearest litre. Okay, so to find the volume first, we need to use our formula V equals pi r squared h. Look at your dimensions and make sure that you have a radius. This 4 is the whole way, it's a diameter. So the radius would be half of that, which is 2. So radius is 2 and the height is 10. Subbing them in the formula. Pi times radius is 2 squared, times the height, which is 10. In the calculator, pi times 2 squared times 10. Now it says to the nearest litre, but we'll save that rounding for a little bit later because we're not quite finished yet. 125.66. I'm going to put 2 decimal places down for now. Okay, that is centimetres cubed. Now we're not quite finished because remember we want to get to litres. Remember, a centimetre cubed is exactly the same as a milliliter. So the first thing I do is say, well, that is exactly the same as 125.66 millilitres. And now if I want to convert that to litres, we had a second diagram, millilitres, litres, kiloliters. So you divide by thousands as you go across the top, times by 1000s across the bottom. So milliliters to liters, we divide by 1000. And when you divide that by 1000, I've already got that number in my calculator, so I can just press divide. 1000 equals 0.125 or 6 liters. And there's a bit of a problem because it says to the nearest liter. To the nearest liter, that would actually be 0 because it would all round down to 0 liters. It's a bit of a funny question, wasn't it? All right, let's do it again with question 2. Find the volume and then the capacity in liters. So our formula for volume is V equals pi r squared h. The 8 is the radius because it's halfway, remember? And the height is 6, so we can sub those straight into the formula. Pi times radius was 8, so 8 squared, and height is 6. Typing it in. Pi times 8 squared times 6 is 1206.37. Now this is in meters cubed. So to convert that into capacity, a meter cubed is the same as 1 kiloliter. So we can convert that straight to kiloliters. Oh, that should be a liter there. Okay, so to get from kiloliters to liters, start with kiloliters here. To get to liters, we want to times by 1000. So put that instruction here, times 1000. And we've already got that number in our calculator. Don't delete it because we want all those decimal places that are in there. So if I go times 1000, that is the number of liters in that cylinder. So to the nearest liter, that 5 is going to round that 1 up 1 to be a 2. So it'll be 1206372. 1206372. Okay, and that is now in liters. One last question, doing it one more time. First of all, use our volume formula. V equals pi r squared h. The radius, not the 16, that's a diameter. So half of 16 is 8, so that will be 8 centimeters for the radius. And a height of 12. Subbing those in. Pi times 8 squared times the height, which is 12. Pi button times 8 squared times 12 is 2412.74. 2412.74. Now that is, of course, in centimeters cubed. To get that into capacity units, just scroll here a little bit. We want to use that centimeters cubed are exactly the same as milliliters. So change it to be 2412.74 milliliters. Then to get from milliliters to liters, the same green highlighting here from before, milliliters to liters, we divide by 1000. So using the number that's still in the calculator, divide it by 1000. And we want that to the nearest litre. So that 0.4 we want to round off. Because it's less than 5, it will round down, and that would simply be 2 litres that would fit in that cylinder. Okay, so that's it for the examples. Your work is here below. Please let me know if you have any problems.